Hate a lane and niggas can't get over. I can't mess with rappers, they be bogus. Rather get the pack and keep it open. Big dripper stand up in the ocean.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So today we are kind of going back on everything that I've done. Really not everything, but we're changing up some things. We're adapting. For those of you that don't follow me on social media, big announcement: your boy is about to have his first kid. So some things are changing in life. We have got to overcome and adapt. The first change that you guys are going to come to find is going to be for the LS400 is not going to be static anymore. So I'm like 50-50. I had bags on the Fusion. I like the Fusion. It rode great. I did not like the fact that I don't know, I wasn't a huge fan of the bags that I had on it, but we've got some great stuff coming. So it's not here yet, but we're gonna go ahead and get started on the car. I've got to rip the coilovers out of the car and get those shipped out. They are sold already. So got to get those off, got to ship those out tomorrow. So we got to have these coilovers off today, shipped out tomorrow. 2 days from now, the bags should be here, and then I'll show y'all what we got. Kind of went with something that is going to kind of be a, I don't know how to explain it. You guys are just going to see whenever they get here. But anyways, let's hop right into it. I already got the car up into the air, as you can see. So let's just jump right into it. Boom. Boom. Bada bing. Alright, fellas, this is our order from Bagriders. What do we got here? We've got some good stuff. So let's go ahead and dig into this. I ended up going with Bagriders Super Low Series. That way I can have a comfortable ride, still ride low, and just absolutely be everything that I want it to be. So let's get open. Let's get to opening this these packages up. All right, so I pretty much got everything out. You already saw what's in here. This is gonna be fittings and air line for the exhaust line for the tank. This is going to be our management controller. This is going to be some of the electrical. That's probably the electrical for the connections for the controller. Yep. And then this is the actual management itself, which later on we'll get all this actually unboxed whenever it's ready to go in the car. But this part we will not be doing today. So let me put this back up. We also got our compressor. I went single compressor setup on the Fusion and never had a problem with it, and I'm not really worried about having dual compressors, especially with these being super lows. The way I think about it is I don't think I'm gonna be needing to constantly fill that tank. So yeah. In here we got some air lines for the entire car, for all four corners, all your wiring, your harness for the bags, and then they give you a water tap, a bracket to tie that down, some 90 degrees, some extra fittings. So that is freaking sick. You also get an extra filter for your compressor. Let's see. Some extra lines, extra fittings, bolts, screws, pretty much anything you would need to tie this whole thing down, it comes with. So Now, let's clear this up and let's get into these bags. All right, can't really show you on that side because it's got my address on it. Don't want everybody having my address. But this is kind of what you get, or this is what you get whenever you order the Bagriders Super Lows. So check this out. What we got here, some stickers, sick. Gotta love stickers. What is this? That's some directions. And this is all the information on the Super Lows themselves. Recommended ride pressure, recommended dampening, recommended thread length, not tread. Sweet. All right, let's set off all this to the side. Put that right there. And let's get into these big bad boys. Check those puppies out. That is sick. That is what we are going to be riding on. That's sick. Shoot, yeah. So I am not 100% positive. I'm gonna say that these are the fronts, but I don't know. One thing I really love about this freaking kit though is that it doesn't come with the freaking chrome or just regular steel braided lines. These are black, which is gonna go super great in the wheel wells. Got you some fittings to go with. Absolutely sick. Let's get on to the other box. My guess is just gonna be pretty much the same thing, and then we'll go through the goodie bag. Same stuff, stickers, instructions, and a paper on recommended PSIs and everything. The packaging on these is so sick. Like, that's just going above and beyond right there. All right, I take it back. I don't know which one's fronts, which one's rears. We'll figure that out. I'm sure they're marked on there. Same thing. Got our spanner wrench to adjust rod height. And then black steel braided lines. That is absolutely sick. This kit is badass. This is the fronts. The only reason that I know that is because they are the ones with the slotted top hats for camber adjustments, which with this having a double wishbone setup, I think that literally just gives you more clearance for camber, so you can push the strut back to be able to, you know, push the top side of the wheel back more so that you can have more camber in it. Now, one thing that I'm gonna try that Bagrider says is that these bags do not need any adjusting straight out of the box. So we are going to test that. We're going to see how these things are straight out of the box. If it's perfect, I'm going to be blown away, because that's what they say. They say try them straight out of the box. Mount them up on the freaking car, put them in, run your lines, set it down, see how it is. I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm thinking. Anyways, super excited. So let's get on to the goodie bag real quick. Let's see what we got up in this goodie bag. All right, let's see. Of course, they send you a shirt with any purchase of their bags. This has got to be a banner. I know with the Fusion, I had gotten a banner with, yep, some banners, some stickers. Something I did not get last time. That is pretty sick. A flight tag. That is, that's pretty nice. And then they give you a big banner. They give you some little stickers in black. They give you some in white. You can choose which ones that you want to run. I ran them on the Fusion. I ran the big one on the Fusion for a little bit, but it's not me. I may put this on the car, I don't know. And then, yeah, other than that, you just get a Bagriders tote bag. So put this stuff back up in here. So all there is left to do is put it on. So I think today, it's Friday, I got off at 5, and so I don't have very much daylight. I think my objective for today is going to be to get the bags mounted on the car. And then tomorrow, we're gonna do everything else. Run airlines, management, tank. I've got some ideas on how I want to do my setup, but I'm not 100% sure yet. So let's jump straight into this. I'm gonna start mounting these.
Just to say how much you mean to me. What would you do if I told you you were beautiful? Would you date me on the regular? Tell me, would you? Well, baby, I've been around the world.
All right, I don't know how great this angle is gonna be for you guys, but we're gonna try to work with it.
Tell me, would you? Well, baby, I've been around the world, but I ain't seen myself another girl like you. This ring here represents my heart, but there's just one thing I need from you. Say I do. Because I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the countryside, sitting on the grassland side by side. You could be my baby, let me make you my lady. Girl, you amaze me, ain't gotta do nothing crazy. See, all I want you to do is be my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away. Ain't another woman that can take your spot, my love. So don't give away my love.
All right, these are the rears.
Niggas ain't getting no money, tell them quit that cap. Niggas ain't getting no money, tell them quit that capping. Yeah, he need be relaxing, he need to do your taxes. Yeah. We went triple platinum, don't wanna hear no nagging. Made it happen. Young and out there, bottom buddy, made it happen. I don't wanna make no friends, put me to my ends. Who we think he is in that brand new bed.
Okay, we got the Dean. Little persuasion. Y'all are gonna tell me if it's rubbing or not. Because don't know. I see the line touching right here. That ain't what I'm worried about. Now look back at that. So on the rears, I did, whenever I had the coilovers, because of how low it was and how bulky the bottom side of the coilover was, I actually had to shave down part of the upper control arms, which you can kind of see. So if you do decide to run these, I'd probably recommend getting serial 9s or and you can shave them down if you want to. I don't really recommend it. I'm gonna do it, or I already did it and drove the car static, and they ain't bent, they ain't broke, so why won't they work while it's bagged? Anyways, on to the next side. All right, this one's being a pain. I'm not gonna lie. This one is being a major pain. Pain in my ass. All right, so I pulled all the trim pieces off of the door seals. And then there's this spot right here where it runs the wiring harness through, down, all the way along on both sides. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna run the airline right next to it for both the fronts, run the airlines inside, through the firewall, and out. That way there's nothing underneath the car, so I still don't have to worry about anything hitting. The exhaust will be going back on, so we'll have that, but it'll be all right. But trunk's a freaking mess. I pulled this down just so y'all know. These tabs right here, they're pull tabs. So whenever it's connected up here, you just pull it out and down for each tab, and it'll go. But right back there is where you see that wire harness right there go, and then goes up. That's what we'll be following. So, all right guys, we're on day 2 of installing the bags. Yesterday we got the bags kind of sort of mounted up. Today we're running lines and management, and hopefully by the end of the day we have this thing on the ground, aired out. So let's get straight to it. Okay, so what I did for these lines, pulled out that grommet, and it goes right to the floor and the airline with the wiring harness that's already there. Through the back, bam, pop that little hole out, run it through there. Airline comes out the back, boom. Done that to both sides already. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and run the management. The last thing that I'm gonna do is run the airlines to the rear bags, because they should be pretty simple. But I'm gonna go ahead and feed these lines that are gonna go to the under the hood, through there, all the way through, and through the firewall, which is gonna be a pain. So let's get to it. All right, so got the power wires pulled through the firewall. I only had some chicken wire. Oops. Only had some chicken wire. Chicken wire didn't really work, but a really good tactic to use whenever you're trying to pull stuff through a grommet and the firewall back there and everything is you would take a coat hanger, unravel the top part into where it's one wire, and then you could shove it through, and then what you do is you electrical tape your wires on to the coat hanger, and then you'll be able to pull everything too. Sometimes you can spit on it a little bit. It'll give it a little bit of lubricant to come through. For this one, honestly, what I did was I took a piece of airline, shoved it through with the other piece of airline, taped it, all the wires to the airline and everything, and pulled them through. Now, on your wiring setup, what you're gonna have is 3 separate wires, which I'm not fully done with this yet, but you'll have your main power wire, which is this red wire, and they are going to send you, Bagriders sends you this fuse that you're going to add in. So you're going to cut the wire and strip it off the ends, shove both ends, crimp it. You're going to need a crimping tool for that. And then you're going to, on the other end, crimp a connector to put on your positive post. So that line is all the way done. This line, I've pretty much got to remove that end piece off right there and add a connector line so that I can connect it to the negative terminal. And then on your extra itty bitty wire, you're gonna add in this fuse tap that Bagriders also sends you. Heat shrink, splice it with the butt connectors, and then they send you a fuse for that as well, which honestly, go pick up some extra fuses. You're gonna go through some sometimes. And then on the other end, what you're gonna do is add on this little piece right here that they send you. And then this is so that you can connect that to a fuse that is only gonna be on consistently whenever the key is on or the vehicle is running. You want power to this at all times whenever it's running. Whenever the vehicle's off, you don't want power to your bags. So usually I see people run them to like the fuel pump. I've seen some people run them to the radio. Usually I try to go for the fuel pump. Now, a lot of vehicles sometimes will only prime the fuel pump and then it'll shut off. So if you put it in on or accessory mode, it's not gonna, the bags will not stay on unless the vehicle is actually running. So be careful with that. For this one, I'm probably gonna try to run it to the fuel pump. We'll see what happens whenever I do, but that's kind of the wiring setup for this. We still got all this airline sticking out the front. I've already ran the airlines on both sides for the fronts. Management wiring is all ran. Weather's about to get pretty bad out here. I don't know. So yeah, we have our management hookup. This is our ground. You're going to want to tap this somewhere to the body. This is going to be for the compressor. So I'm going to have to splice this. The compressor's got red and black wire. You will connect those with butt connectors. And then the last thing we got to do is run the air lines for the rear bags. And we should be good. So let me work on this and I will get back to you guys shortly. All right, so all lines are ran. We got all the covers back on. I went ahead and put the lines hooked up on this side, ran all the way back. I kind of just want to see where it sits. So that's about probably roughly where it'll sit whenever it's aired out for right now. Might mess with a couple of things, but that looks pretty good to me. I dig it. I don't know where ride height would be. Ride height probably going to be somewhere around, I'm shoot for like right there, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I kind of want to go that might be too much. I don't know. Once we get on the ground, we'll kind of see what works and what doesn't work, but passenger front corner done. All right, on to the other side, and then I still have to run the air lines for the rear, and after that, literally all that's left to do is hook up the power and the fuse and then put it on the ground. All right, so let me tackle the other sides real quick, and then once I finish that other side, I'll kind of run y'all through the steel braided line and stuff like that. I just wanted to get this one out of the way. I'm running out of daylight here. We got some rain, but I'm hard at it, so let's go. As soon as I brag on this motherfucker, the fucking battery dies. I gotta go fucking buy a jump box to jump this motherfucker. Fuck. I guess we get to look at it tomorrow. I guess we get to put it on the ground tomorrow, okay? We get to check the airline and put it on the ground tomorrow. Morning, guys. So this morning, back at it. Last night we took a look at everything and had everything connected, but almost everything was leaking. So this morning I'm taking everything, all the fittings, I'm removing, retaping them, and then seeing if I can get these to seal up. And then after that, we should be able to put it on the ground. So let me show y'all. Yeah, that's a big bubble. Whole lot of bubbles. So I'm gonna pull these back off, rethread them, put them back on until they're not leaking. I just did the driver front, or passenger front, sorry. Passenger front is all good, no leaks. So on to the other three corners. Okay, so shut that. I'm about to lose my goddamn mind. I have redid God dang. I have redid these fittings like 5 times each, and they are not sealing. So I am going to Home Depot to get some heavy duty Teflon tape, and hopefully that'll fix this. So if you're watching this, just go get some heavy duty Teflon tape. If it fixes it, we'll know here in a second, because I'm about to lose my marbles. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. No leak, first try. That's what I want to see. So that is quite literally the only part of this kit that has been driving me insane. I have wasted so much Teflon tape trying to use what they give you with the kit. I have legit pulled this fitting off 10 times and rethreaded it, put it back on, aired it up, it's leaking. Pulled it off, threaded it, put it back on, it's leaking. Over and over and over and over and over again. Go pick you up some heavy duty. This is Husky. I got it at Home Depot. It's literally $3. It's gonna save you a lot of headache. No leak, nothing. Now I gotta do this to all the other corners all over again, and hopefully I'm done with it. So I'll let y'all know in a little bit. I kind of got this out, but I think I'm going to run this behind the sway bar because the sway bar isn't going to hit any of this, so that it's for sure tucked back. But yeah. All right. I just sprayed this mug after the first wrap with this Husky stuff, and it ain't leaking. So, Bagriders, if you're watching this, go with some different Teflon tape. God dang. Go with some different Teflon tape. I mean, we spending thousands on these kits. I don't feel like it, like tools obviously, but I shouldn't have to run to the store to get upgraded Teflon tape. That was kind of annoying. I tried so many times with the Teflon tape that you guys supplied and it did not work. But it's hooked up now with this Husky. So, all right. Everything is installed. Doesn't mean I'm completely done though. Every corner is tightened down. Bags are in. Airlines are ran. Management's ran. Electricals ran. Still got to work on this. I got it. I'm going to figure this all out. Still got to put the exhaust back on. I just raised the car up some more. Rear seat still got to get tightened down. And I got to figure out the controller and the fuse box wiring. I got to bundle all that up, tuck it. But we got to get this exhaust back on. I want to get this back on. Plus I got to tackle, everything's ran up here. I have to, whenever very few times I did drive the car while it was static, we did have an issue with the route that I took on the fuel lines. I ended up hitting like this. I went up on this curb and I guess it just barely touched the fuel line, and it, I think, pinched the fuel line somewhere on the driver's side. So we got to sort that out while it's up in the air. So I'm going to get underneath this thing, get the exhaust back on, get the fuel line figured out, and I'll be right back to you guys. All right. Exhaust is back on. So happy about that. I'm gonna worry about the trunk in a little bit, and I'll worry about all the wires up here in a little bit. Everything everywhere else is done. Bags are on, no leaks. All power's hooked up and ran. Oh, I fixed, so I've had this issue with the car where it would, like if I went to accelerate, I did up 3,000 RPMs and it would cut out. And that kind of sucks. It turns out the EFI fuse was blown. Replaced that. It had a 10 amp. I put a 15 amp because I put another 10 amp in. I put a 10 amp in, 10 amp blow again. I put a 15, had no issues with it. So I'm gonna run it. Also swapped out the air filter because I got a new air filter. And now I am going to get the wheels on, get it on the ground, and then we'll worry about the other stuff. All right, guys, it is on the ground. I just set the PSI up a little bit so that it could, so I could put it down, but that rear end is atrocious. So why don't we fix that real quick? Give me 1 second. That ain't bad at all. And that is not aired out. Let me air it out for y'all real quick. Not bad, not bad. I definitely still gotta do some trimming on the fronts, and then I gotta make some adjustments with the rear because the rear wheels are hitting the quarters, so. But look at that. That ain't bad at all. I'll roll with it. And I think we are matching camber. Pretty positive it is. Y'all tell me. I think it's pretty close. That looks good. All right. Give me let me tighten up the wiring and everything like that, and I'll be right back. All right, it's raining, but so Bagriders sends you with this kit, they send you like the recommended like pressures, everything like that. For their front kit, they recommend 120 PSI ride pressure. Rear kit is 65 PSI ride pressure. So this is what Bagriders recommends. The fronts, I don't think are too bad. The rear, I'm definitely gonna drop the rear some. So, yeah, because we can't be doing all that. I'm probably gonna go maybe an inch lower on the rear for ride height. I don't know. This is my messed up side. But I definitely need to add a little bit more camber in the back because that one is hitting. I think I might have. I mean, it's pretty close, but anyways. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna get this carport cleaned up. I was planning on washing the car, but it's raining, so no point in doing that. Tomorrow we'll be taking the car up to the shop to align it, and that's that. So yeah, appreciate everything. Oh, also drop a sub because we got a lot more stuff coming for this car. Everything is about to change. Always surprising you guys. Anyways, I will catch you guys tomorrow. All right. So I think it's definitely at about the same height that it was on the coilovers, but I know for a fact it's sitting on the front pinch welds. The tires are probably sitting on the front pinch welds. So if I chop those, it'll probably be just enough to completely lay out. The rears, I'll probably go down to like a 35. I'll probably, actually, if I go down to a 35 tire all the way around, it'll probably do it. Because I'm on 215 40s right now, but I'm not gonna lie. That looks really good. I'm liking it. This is my ugly side.
Oh yeah, that toe. Look at that toe.
So that's pretty much it. I mean, I gotta clean up the wires in the driver's seat for the controller and the fuse tap, and then I gotta clean up the trunk, but I'll do a trunk setup on another video. I was gonna wash this thing today, but since it rained, I figured I'd just pull it out in the rain. You guys definitely can't tell how dirty it is. Also, the front bumper is hideous right now because the front bumper that came on this car, the passenger side was completely broken. This one is slightly broken on that side, but we are going to be fixing that very soon, actually in the next couple days. And the front bumper's not even tightened down, but you can see where it's cracked right there. Yeah.
Just to say how much you mean to me. What would you do if I told you you were beautiful? Would you date me on the regular? Tell me, would you? Well, baby, I've been around the world, but I ain't seen myself another girl like you. This ring here represents my heart.
All clean. A little touchless wash. All right, tomorrow we'll go align it. See you tomorrow.
On the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the countryside, sitting on the grassland side by side. You could be my baby.